Okay, so I've been in Rolling Arrays for 9 years now. And I would say that what's different is the balance. I would say the balance of an experienced company in SAP SuccessFactors, and at the same time, the flexibility, right? The flexibility of working in different areas and in working with different people. And in terms also of the learning, you get to learn with a lot of people, from a lot of people. And since we've been doing this for so many years now, we have also managed to fulfill a template, I would say, in implementing and supporting customers. And this template definitely is also flexible, right? So as we meet customers and as we learn different things, as we face new challenges, these templates also get enhanced, they get updated, and definitely you'll be sure that they're up to date with whatever the technology is offering now.
Well, as a SuccessFactors solutions advisor, I think it's of course very key in a way that how we engage with customers, the kind of work that we do is quite unique. Because we don't have the kind of challenges that a lot of times a lot of larger firms actually face. At the same time, we also don't face exactly the same kind of challenges, I would say, that an organization, for example, like SAP would face. And I think that provides a unique space for us, especially in my team in the solution advisory, where we are able to grow in the areas that actually are important to us. So one example of that, put very simply, is that we are not very big on hard selling to customers just in order for us to be able to close projects, which is probably what organizations who are keen to sell the product is going to do. We are more keen in making sure that we give grounded solutions to our customers, and I think that provides a lot of value to the customer at the end of the day in being able to achieve the outcome that we are going for. And customers in the end actually value that. They come back to us again and again simply because we are on the lookout for their best interests on an ongoing basis.
It's been over 9 years and the journey has been incredible in Rolling Arrays. I joined as a senior consultant. I was fortunate to get mentored from some of the most experienced people, and I was given opportunity to implement various projects. In fact, if I look back, I have implemented over 40 plus projects in these over 9 years. In terms of growth, from a senior consultant, I was able to progress as a solution architect, and eventually I am the COE head, which means the way or how much I have learned and how much I have grown is incredible in these 9 years. And I believe that this journey will continue with everyone who joins in this organization.
I have almost 11 years of working experience in the SAP HR field, and I've started off with SAP HCM as a payroll consultant, and when I moved in to Rolling Arrays, I was part of SAP HCM functional consultants and also integration consultant. As I've worked on and as I've gained experience in this SAP SuccessFactors field, I was being able to progress as a consultant to a senior consultant, and eventually I am a project manager now, managing projects with the consultants. We have a structured SF implementation repository, and we have the experts in the field which we can always rely and we can always seek for an opinion or for a solution to give the best customer experience on a consistent output.
It's definitely the chance of experiencing a lot of things in the SAP SuccessFactors realm. You get to do a lot of work in different areas, and I think that is something that you cannot get from a very big IT company. So mostly in big IT companies, it's very specialized, right? But in Rolling Arrays, you will not get that fence around you. So you will have the freedom definitely to work on different areas and different modules of SAP SuccessFactors.
You will get a chance to know every function of technology consulting area, such as pre-sales, sales, project management, technical knowledge, and as well as maintenance support. So you know exactly what to advise to the customers all at once. So when a customer asks you, you won't say that I will get back to you. but you will provide those answers immediately.
Rolling Arrays is specialized in SAP SuccessFactors projects for over 12 plus years. Over a period of time, you get specialized in multiple business processes pertaining to HR and associated SAP SuccessFactors modules. So, unlike a large-scale IT company where you have multiple domains, here we are primarily focusing on SAP SuccessFactors, and you get to learn from SAP SuccessFactors experts directly so that you grow in your SAP SuccessFactors career.
We are relatively smaller, but that gives us a lot of agility. And I think instead of feeling like you are just a small cog in a huge machine, you actually feel like a lot of the things that you do actually matter. Autonomy has given me a lot of opportunity to basically grow myself, find ways to actually increase my capacity, to be able to do more, advance my career in ways that I can chart on my own, rather than just wait for the large organization or the company to kind of do everything for me.
I was given chance to be exposed to different business functions, from business development to sales and to service delivery. That helps sharpening my business knowledge.
You will get opportunity based on your performance and interest. You will work with the best team of SF experts.
So you'll get to have a chance to work in different modules. So mostly is if, for example, we're working on a project that is full suite, right? So we're talking about Employee Central Core, Time Off, Employee Central Payroll, PMGM, Compensation, LMS. So as a consultant, you'll get the chance to work on those different modules rather than just focusing on one module for the entirety of your career.
One of the cool things about working for an organization like Rolling Arrays is that, like I said earlier, it's about not being something placed into like a pigeonhole where you're so specialized, and the opportunities for your learning is actually quite limited. I think the good thing about Rolling Arrays is like, yes, there are periods in our projects and in the work that we do where we have to specialize and focus, but at the same time, given the size and given the opportunity that we have, there's also a lot of opportunities for us to actually expand our knowledge, and that really helps if you're trying to build a career, you're trying to build your experience, getting a slightly broader base, and then you can pick and choose which areas you actually want to specialize and go deep. So Rolling Arrays gives you that flexibility where you can choose whether you want to spread out in terms of horizontally, or you want to go deep vertically.
What we typically want to achieve is not to focus on a single module. Customers get maximum benefit when the consultant is able to understand their end-to-end business process or a particular process as a whole and try to provide an end-to-end solution. So our aim is to mold consultants into HR process-centric thinking consultants, whereby SuccessFactors helps to achieve that.
Team RA is a credible world in the SAP SuccessFactors consulting world. If you have spent 3 years as a consultant in Team RA, your SAP SuccessFactors career is sorted.
Rolling Arrays is in the SuccessFactors domain for over 12 years, so which means that we are specialized in this area. As an experienced SuccessFactors consultant, when you join Rolling Arrays, we ensure that you get opportunity to implement projects in the area which you are specialized. We also ensure that we give you opportunity to learn other related business process areas as well as the SuccessFactors modules, so that in a few years of time you are multi-module and multi-process specialist consultant who can take more responsibilities and perform a solution architect role. So overall, whether you are a fresher or a lateral, our focus is to mold SuccessFactors consultants who understand business process as well as SuccessFactors module and grow in their career.
Well, we are a 12 years old brand with an impeccable track record in SAP SuccessFactors Consulting. I would say we are one of the most consistent in the region, who always deliver the project successfully with the right set of expectations since the beginning towards the end of the project.
Okay, so I can definitely think of two things: excellence and credibility. So excellence in everything we do, in all of the projects that we're implementing, and all of the customers that we are supporting. And definitely the credibility is always there. So we make sure that what we are working on is always the gold standard in everything.
Carrying the name Team RA means that there is a certain level of quality in terms of your work. We are expected to be very specialized in terms of HR, in terms of success factors, whether that's from a technology perspective or from a HR domain perspective. So I'm very proud to say that I think I've helped to also build that brand. And I think if you want to also go through that experience, coming to an organization like Rolling Arrays is going to help you be able to feel how it's like to actually build that kind of a presence, build that kind of branding and presence in the market.
Okay, so the structure is very simple and straightforward. So we have from associate consultants to senior consultants to lead consultants and then to solution architect. So I've started my experience in Rolling Arrays as a consultant, as an SAP SuccessFactors consultant. So after a few years, I moved on to become a senior consultant, a lead consultant, and now a solution architect.
Basically, in RA, it's very simple. You start off as an associate, consultant, senior consultant, lead consultant, solution architect. And if you have interest in project management, you can lead towards project management, towards your career, but it's based on the number of years of working experience that you have. Of course, if you have a prior experience in SAP SuccessFactors, then you will be considered in a more senior role when you join Rolling Arrays. It took me nearly 3 years, starting from consultant, moving on to senior consultant, and eventually I've moved on to project management, working together with consultants on project implementation and also providing the solutions and also discussing the challenges or in any area of the aspect of SAP SuccessFactors implementation.
So depending on how fast you can learn, how fast you are able to contribute to various activities in a project, you will see yourself getting progressed from one level to another. If you are able to deliver and showcase your competency, you will grow without to wait for long years.
I think the good thing about Rolling Arrays is that at the end of the day, we are not so structured to the point where you absolutely need to follow everything step by step. So what I mean by that is that if you are an exceptionally strong consultant and you can prove the value that you have at the levels that you want to grow at, there's really nothing stopping you from even potentially skipping levels, for example. Now that comes with, of course, a lot of experience, but it's not that we don't have structure, but the structure is there to provide the guidelines. And I think that gives a lot of room for growth and opportunity for people who are very hungry, who really want to do well and progress very fast in their career. You absolutely have the opportunity to do so as long as you are able to produce results. And I think that in itself is really what, embodying the career growth in terms of how you are actually performing and being able to deliver for our customers, because at the end of the day, it's the results that matters.
It's a simple 3-step process which usually takes 1-2 weeks from the first contact to receiving the offer letter. You get a call from RA's talent acquisition team, followed by a first online form where you fill the experience details, followed by a second online assessment where you showcase your soft and functional skills, and followed by a Zoom interview.
So I got a call from the RA's TA team, right? So they were asking me if I am interested for this role. And then of course, once you express your interest, after that, I got an online assessment. And then after that, it was an interview. During that time, it was still a face-to-face interview.
So I think the process itself is fairly straightforward. You can submit your application basically through an online form. So there is a form where you could fill in all of your information accordingly, which is kind of like your application. After which you will be asked to go in and do an assessment, which is also done online. So given the COVID situation, you can still very well do that in the comfort of your own home. And then finally, we will do a virtual interview over Zoom so that you can have a conversation with some of our lead consultants or solution architects. And once that is also clear, then essentially you will be looking to get an offer letter if you actually pass.
So for me, it will be continuous learning and keep learning, because SAP SuccessFactors, there's so much things to learn, and it's constantly improving and constantly transforming. Even the product is cutting edge and improves quarter on quarter, year on year. So there's constantly things to learn and process to improve. Another point is being super patient with our customers. So they are also learning the system for the very first time and getting confident and proficient in that. So we will be needing to be very patient with our customers.
We think smart and we look into the patterns and we learn from the patterns to deliver our projects far effectively than the previous project. The second thing I believe most is that we as a team, we keep learning and we improve us every time when we go to the next project.
It's definitely helping your teammates. So I do believe teamwork is one of the most important aspects in working in a consulting industry like Rolling Arrays. So it's helping out your teammates, it's looking out for them, it's asking, do you need any help in one thing or another, and definitely asking also the questions that they are having. So let's say for me as a solution architect, that's also one of my important ideals, I would say, and one of my important roles in the company, to be not just a leader, but to be a mentor as well.
The other thing that we are looking at is being super patient with customers, because we have to understand and identify that as part of a project, we are delivering and working together and very closely with customers. So we have to be very, very patient. We have to be find ways to creatively work well together with the customer to continue to keep the customer happy, but still continue with all of our deliverables. And I think so far being patient and being open, honest, and building that relationship with customers are very key foundations that we encourage in the culture of Rolling Arrays.
To me, the most important culture codes are: acknowledge your mistakes and keep learning. Always help your teammates, as these are the people you will be working on projects with. So keep learning, Team RA.
Based on my experience here, with Rolling Arrays, we are always nice to everyone. We are always patient with our customers. We have helpful teammates who can always be our support and our guide whenever we need a second opinion or whenever we need a solution from them. We keep learning and we acknowledge our mistakes and we try to be better.
Irrespective of whether you are a fresher or a lateral, I can undoubtedly say that Rolling Arrays is one of the best places for you to work as a SuccessFactors consultant. We have the best SAP experts in our team. You will learn from them directly, and our training program ensures that you start thinking from a HR process-centric perspective and not from an independent module consultant perspective. So in 2 to 3 years of time, you will definitely become a proficient SuccessFactors consultant.
I believe that if you are looking for the same things as I am, you want the growth opportunities, you want the space to be able to build your own career, to make your own decisions, but at the same time, learn from the people around you who have been very successful in doing this, especially in this space, which is very niche, and sometimes the market is a bit small in SuccessFactors. I think Team RA is really one of the best places for you to be able to learn and grow.
If you are someone who is looking for a lot of learning, right? And if you are someone who is looking for challenges, but at the same time, you're also looking for a team who will definitely help you out throughout all of your career and your experience, then please join Rolling Arrays.
Maybe the mid-sized company, however, within the region, we have one of the largest team in SuccessFactors practice, and we are still growing.
Company has a clear direction to excel in SAP SuccessFactors field.
I think there's no place like it. Yeah, so in terms of number one, the experience that I was getting in Rolling Arrays, working with a lot of people, working with different industries. So we have already worked and implemented and supported a lot of companies in various industries. So that's definitely one. And second is the team itself. So I've worked with a lot of people in Rolling Arrays for 9 years now. And I would say definitely there's no place like it. Like there's no place wherein I will meet, the team members that I have met and worked with in Rolling Arrays.
Team Array itself as a whole, consultants, management and its culture.
You are an SAP SuccessFactors consultant and you're looking to accelerate your career. You want to get opportunities based on your performance and interest. You want to work on best SF projects in the market. You also want to work and learn from the best team of SF experts. You want to get a chance to select your career path based on your interest. You want your remuneration should be a reflection of your knowledge and contribution. Come, join Team RA. Let's transform the HR tech space together.